Good morning. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I accidentally slept in just a tad. I'm recording Mood with Chloe in about like 30 minutes. And so I'm trying to wake myself up and we're gonna have a great day, even though Mama's sleepy. First episode with Chloe in the books. You know, you're a lot like my mom when she's on her phone. This is how we've been recording lately because we don't have the office yet, but we're really organized now. And you got here at what, like 9:45, 9:50, and it's 12:15.
I would have been on time, but I was not feeling well.
I mean, trust me, they can see it on the camera.
Oh my God, my eye.
Like you have like physical proof, like you're good.
What do we do when we film this? You hate getting ready.
I know.
And I always have eye issues.
I mean, yeah, your eye issues are like slightly concerning, but we did it.
Oh my God, can I style you for the podcast?
Probably not.
What? That'd be fun.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Oh God.
You're gonna look like a little hype beast.
I know, but I'm like, so you're saying I can't.
Like a little.
So you're saying I can't look just like this all the time?
Well, I know you're aesthetic.
No, I know, but like.
I'll just need your card and I'll go shopping.
No. For someone that just got Botox, like, oh, it's actually better. When's the last time?
You got it?
I got it like a week ago, I think. So really quick, listening to a podcast, but I'm gonna go stop at every single home store because I've been looking at every single chair online and I finally just need to do the smart thing and go sit in them. So I'm gonna show you guys the stuff that I've been looking at now. I wasn't looking at this desk, but now I am. Those are two of the chairs I was looking at for the podcast, but I kind of want bigger ones. Fail. They had one of the chairs that I liked and it was not comfortable. Fail number one. This is the new collection that I'm obsessed with, but it's like completely sold out. I did want to see that little table, but it's definitely not really an end table. It has like a really cute little bottom. I love that so much. Doesn't really look like they have a lot of chairs here either, people. I do really like these dining chairs if I have room for a dining chair. I wish that I had room for this whole vibe. I was looking at that lamp online. I think it's sold out as well. These are ginormous. Oh my God, these could be like floor pillows. Kind of like that. Oh, hi, welcome to my house. I'd call that a fail number 2. Yeah, I'd call that a fail number 2. Great. Fail number 3 and 4. This was really successful errand running. Just got back, just listened to such a good podcast. I know in the last vlog, I was like, I need to listen to something more useful, and I did. I just had this like real moment where everyone's always telling you to like do better and like get better and all this stuff, and like sometimes I get really inspired and then I'll have this moment of just like actual anxiety of like, wait, like I don't want to get better, like that like little like depression voice comes in of like, no, like do you want to be your best, like do you want to be great all the time, like just because like struggling and like depression and anxiety is like so comfortable. I just had this moment of like having this vision in my head of like telling someone about like how I'm getting better and like what I'm doing for myself and like sharing it. And then I really like resonated with the words where they're like, you're doing it for yourself. Like you're just getting better than you were like an hour ago or yesterday or whatever. And it just like finally clicked for me in a real way of like, wait, no, like this would actually be me bettering myself for myself. Like I don't have to prove it to anyone. I don't have to show anyone, and I don't have to compare it to anyone. And just like, you know, when you have those little light bulb moments where you're like, oh wait, no, that's what people say, or that's what people mean when they say like, oh, I'm getting better for myself. Like the only person I'm competing against is myself. It just like clicked for a moment, like in my brain. It's like one of those things that kind of only makes sense to yourself. But I hope that you guys have one of those clicky moments because it's so easy to say that and then still try to prove it to other people. And so I think that's what I'm gonna work on, is like proving it like just like to myself and just like feeling good in myself, because I feel like that's how like you like love yourself, you know? And obviously I share my life with like online and stuff, but I think that's different because I'm not trying to like prove anything to you guys, because in reality I'm talking to myself in an empty room. So I'm gonna make food really quick. I started craving eggs. I'm gonna try to just like use whatever I have left. Does anyone else do this with their eggs? Why would I use a bowl when I could literally just use the pan? Turmeric, low and slow. Turmeric, salt, pepper, olive oil. And then I've been using this as the toaster because it has a toast feature and I don't like it too toasted anyway. And then this bread from Trader Joe's is freaking amazing. And I'm gonna make 2 different little toasts. This is like one of my favorites, is sometimes just like a scramble. The only thing that's missing is fresh dill. It is such a game changer. And I don't know where my everything bagel seasoning is. I must have taken it to a friend's. There's nothing better than fresh organic butter with sea salt and then some avocado. So I haven't filmed in the evening when I'm like not really like going anywhere in a really long time, and I feel like I always get kind of like this early evening, late afternoon, just like anxiety. And so I decided I wanted to do like a little like early evening self-care. And then also I think part of the reason is like, especially when I know I have like a lot to do over the weekend that requires like social interaction. And so it's like, well, I don't want to wash my hair because I'm trying to wash it less to begin with. And I want to like work out in the morning, but then I also have to be like ready to just socialize at like 2 p.m. tomorrow. So put on my self tanner, and then I'm gonna do just some self-care things. I still obviously like brush my hair because I feel like taking care of your hair when it's dry is just as important when it's wet, which is something that I've learned. And I've been really focusing on just making it like thick and strong and healthy, as you can see, which it really is. So I'm gonna go in with my Way. This is the scalp serum, because obviously like you want your hair to like look good and everything, but I really want it to be healthy. I just feel like everything is getting so like dry and brittle from head to toe, and we can't forget about our scalp. And obviously your hair growth starts at your scalp, and we want long, thick, healthy hair. And so I just kind of like put it in, and I'm pretty generous with it on the days where like I'm staying in, and I just kind of like make sure to brush it. Brush is like just kind of like plasticky or whatever, so it's not like really getting onto the brush, it's really like getting into my hair. And then I like to focus it too where like I really want my hair to be much stronger, which is obviously where we kind of all naturally struggle, I feel like, which is like in here. Obviously like I get highlights there and stuff, but I just feel like my hair's never been as strong in this area as it is like everywhere else, which is just sad. I actually ran into one of you girlies out and about shopping the other day, and you were like, oh my God, I'm watching your video and I'm trying to find what Way shampoo you use. And I was like, girly Q, you can use my code and you can get 15% off the entire website. What are you doing out and about right now? Since we're not going anywhere tonight, I gave it a little extra love. The serum is absolutely amazing, and you want to pair it with their hair supplement too, which is so easy. I actually keep it in the kitchen now because that's like kind of where I take all my supplements and stuff. It's really the only thing I have to take for my hair for it to be healthier, thicker, fuller, longer, stronger. Some of my friends that have much thinner hair than I do really swear by these two products after I force them to use my code and buy them, because I'm a pusher. I push things on people, which is why I push the Way on you all the time, because it's literally my holy grail, absolutely everything of the sort, as you can see. And it like looks so cute on your counter, so I just kind of like keep it out. I love the serum concept. I love that it's taking care of the health of my hair, not just making it look pretty, because then over time you're like, wait, why is my hair feeling so like strong and healthy and amazing? And it's because you've been doing all those little things like taking your supplements and using your serum along the way, in conjunction to all the things that like smell good and make your hair look pretty instantly, like this gorgeous thing that like I have just destroyed. I mean, it's just too much. So make sure you go to theway.com and start your hair health journey as well. You can use code LaurenElizabeth to get 15% off the entire website. They obviously have a quiz. You guys know my favorites are the detox shampoo for like that extra little step of like, wow, I've been using like dry shampoo and like products and all this stuff. And then obviously I use all the stuff for thick hair, but you can find what's right for you. I 10 out of 10 recommend the supplements. Like I said, keep them in a different room where you take your medicine, because as cute as they look in my bathroom, it's like I'm not really taking supplements in the bathroom, and you will start to notice your hair just like so much healthier. Oh my God, looking fab. Thank you so much to Way for sponsoring this video as always, and for just making my hair absolutely gorgeous, even when we're not trying, we're staying in. Why is it always that like you do like the perfect slick back bun when you're literally not going anywhere? It's kind of really rude. So I also did my self tanner because I have somewhere to be, so you can kind of see that. Oh yeah, you can see. We're getting really close to spray tan season, but we're not quite there yet. Like I still have a little bit of a bikini tan line, which is not gonna last much longer, and I'm not gonna talk about it because it'll make me depressed. This is what I've been using for just like a really olive toned tan. I really like it because it doesn't feel like sticky, it doesn't really smell,
And this is the express, so if I'm really, really in a rush, I'll only leave it on for an hour and then just rinse it off. And then if I'm not in a rush, I'll leave it on for the full 3 hours. But I really like it because you don't have to like fully go to bed in it or anything like that. And it's just really, really natural because I'm like naturally kind of like olive toned. When I get tan, I didn't do like a great job on my hand, but whatever. So I feel like it looks really, really natural. Obviously it looks gorgeous when I actually have like a summer tan, but I don't. At least this is keeping me sane. So we did body, hair, and I'm just gonna put some of this Zit Sticka Pore Back Clearing Claying Mask. I've weirdly been breaking out like all right here on my nose, and I don't know if it's from like makeup or like what is going on, but I don't like it, I'll tell you that much. I'm not gonna put it all over my whole face just because I'm starting to get a rash from the weather change right here and here, and I don't want to irritate it anymore than I might have already. But I can also feel that my skin's really dry, so I don't want to like over dry it either. It's just like maybe bringing to the surface anything that you can kind of see is already there, and then we're gonna like really, really hydrate it, because if you do have some like little pimples and stuff like that, they can't even really come out of your pores if your pores are so dry and tight. So I'm gonna do this just because I like to do a mask once a week, especially for like self-care, but then we're really, really gonna hydrate after. And you can see how the serum just like looks so nice. It's like it never happened. You're just being a healthy girly. I don't know, I'm just like breaking out in like all the weirdest spots right now because the weather is just like, my skin just hates when we go into fall and winter. So not exactly happy at all. I just feel like my like skin and everything like that thrives in the summer and not in the colder months. And so I didn't really fully figure it out last year, honestly. Oh, and I did ice roll right before too, like right when I got out of the shower to kind of like calm my skin down. And it's really good to ice roll before you put on your face products as well. And now we are gonna go try to calm down and relax a little bit. I don't know, I feel like sometimes I just need to have the feeling where I need to like gather myself, fully just be alone, do some self-care, and just like stay in and like create a cozy vibe while also being like a small amount of productive. Cause like, you know, like sometimes you need self-care where you're just like totally lazy and then not like doing anything. And then sometimes you need to like actually do like little self-care things like hair treatment, face treatment, body treatment, lighting the cozy candles, and like making lists and stuff like that. And I feel like especially when I go into a crazy weekend, I get like really nervous when I don't know what to expect, because I just feel like obviously things are out of my control. I put like pressure on myself to like be perfect around other people, especially if I haven't met them before, and can be like really hard on myself. I like to focus on the things that I can control, and one is like how I prep like physically and emotionally to like go into a new situation. And so physically it's just kind of like taking care of like obviously like my body and like my kind of like skin and stuff like that, because I just hate the feeling of feeling gross. Like I don't want to wash my hair and everything tonight, because then it's going to be like second day hair tomorrow and I have to like be out at this event all weekend and stuff like that, and I just want to like be cozy and all that stuff, whatever. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this like kind of relates to my travel anxiety, even though I just am doing like a staycation this weekend, but like I'm not gonna be with anyone that I know, so it just makes me a little nervous, even though I know I'm gonna like have a great time and it's gonna be super fun. And the thing that I always remind myself too is that like all these like new experiences that we like make so big in our head, they go by like that. Really like cherishing the present moment, which is like I have all this time right now before I have to be anywhere tomorrow. Freaking so windy outside right now and like a little gloomy, which is like kind of honestly like the vibe of cooling down, relaxing. I did like a really long bike ride today and went over to my mom's house. And so I felt like it was like good to get out of the house, because then it's so nice to like then be back inside of your house. One of the other things that I'm gonna start prepping for after I kind of like create my vibe and like start to wind down and relax a little bit, I just feel like so overwhelmed with so many things, but nothing's bad. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's fine. And that's called stress. So don't make it anxiety, Lauren. But I am moving into a bigger space within my apartment complex so that I could have like a podcast studio and an office. Just because when I moved in here, I wasn't planning on really staying here full time or just for a long period of time in general, because I was like still considering going back to California, and then I was going to and from there a lot. And so I'm kind of just like busting out of this place a little bit since I work from home, and since my job is like a little more like cooking and trying on clothes and like making content and making a podcast and all that stuff. So instead of getting like an office space, I'd rather just have like a bigger living space, because you guys know I love being home anyway, and that's where I like sharing my life with you. And so I'm really excited about that. And I think that it's, once I know that I'm moving, it's like hard to kind of like curate the vibe here, if that makes sense. So I've been like looking online for a lot of stuff, and obviously I went and I looked at a bunch of chair options, because I want to have 2 chairs in the studio, and I want to be able to like move them away from the wall and be able to like shoot white wall content for you guys, because I like showing you guys my outfits and stuff on Instagram and everything like that, just against the white wall. All I have is that small white wall over there, but it's not really a wall because it's like doors, so they're like all scratched up. There's like brackets for the doors and everything, and it's definitely worked, but I'm like OCD perfectionist with like scrapes and walls, and I just don't like having people take pictures of me. I'd rather be able to have like a plain wall where I can just do it myself. And then I think I just want a new mattress, because when I moved here, I wasn't planning on spending a lot of time here. So I bought a really inexpensive mattress from Target. It was the only one at the store, and I just wanted something to sleep on right then and there. I wasn't picky. Now that it's been over a year, my back is starting to pay for it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should just invest in a mattress, because I actually don't own any mattresses anymore. I sold them all when I sold my house. Feel like I should just do it the right way. I feel like something I've learned from like moving a lot and change is that you realize like how easy change can be, in a sense of like, if I really was unhappy, I know that I could do it again, because I've done it so many times before. On the total opposite note is like, do everything at least like the right way the first time. I'm someone who's so like go, where it's like, God forbid I would have waited to do the mattress the right way, and I just wasted a couple $100s on a shitty mattress and wasted like a lot of time on sleeping on it and being uncomfortable. So instead of like, you know, kind of half-assing the next department, I'm not gonna spend money on stuff that I don't need, because I hate that more than anything. But I'm definitely like gonna do the things that I need to do the right way. I'm not gonna buy a couch that I don't like, because it's gonna be expensive no matter what. For some reason that didn't resonate with me and the mattress, but there's just like certain things that you know about yourself of like, these are the things that are more important to me. For me, one of those things is like couch and bed, because it's like, I love to be horizontal. Whereas like for some people, it might be like travel. And do you really think that that's important to me? It's important in a sense of like broadening my worldview, but not important to me in a sense of like, I like to invest in home as opposed to travel experiences, because I have crippling mental health issues. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just do. But I'm really excited to move, because I was already feeling so settled just like in Chicago. But now I feel like it's just going to take it to the next level of like feeling even better, because I was feeling settled in myself, but not confident in like my work and in my content. Fall of last year to like fall of this year of like going back and forth and dating this guy in California and like doing all this stuff, and then making the move back to Chicago, and like maybe moving back to LA, and then like after the like new year, it was like, okay, like I'm staying in Chicago. So it's definitely been a weird 12 months of just like figuring my life out and feeling really good personally for the first time in a very long time. I'm feeling like very confident in myself. I'm feeling very like secure in who I am. As much as like it's easy to future trip, I just think like once you get a little bit older, you have a lot of proof of how much shit you can get through. And so I feel like I have so much evidence that like I'm gonna be okay no matter what, even when I don't feel like it. So that's helpful, and I feel very confident and secure in like who I am, just that like I'm a good person, and that like I have people that love me type of thing, that I'm not gonna settle, and that I'm so glad that I haven't settled for like bad relationships and stuff. But like I just feel like the content and like the podcast and like all this stuff has been like, I've been doing the best I can with the circumstance for like the past 12 months. And so now that I'm feeling better in my own circumstance, it makes me like excited to share better with you guys, because like I vlog from home, and I've like really haven't fully had a home in like quite a bit, because I've been bopping around like a crazy person. Fingers crossed. So another thing I do before the weekend is I kind of like start to organize. So I'll make like piles of stuff in here for outgoing stuff for in the new week, so that it's just like out of the way. If I have people over, like we don't want important stuff from the week, we have to get rid of it into our nicely little organized situation. And then I go through all of my cabinets and drawers so that I can go grocery shopping on Sunday for a reset. So I basically got rid of anything that was like expired or was just like whatever. I didn't really organize, but I got rid of it. And then I do the same thing with the refrigerator. So just like anything that I know is gonna last through the weekend so that I can use it just in case I need it over the weekend, but mostly like for tomorrow and just a little bit Sunday because I'm gonna go grocery shopping. So there's really not a lot. I mean, some stuff just lasts longer. This I've really been liking. I'll show you guys how I use it, but I was inspired by the Skinny Confidential, her little air wand situation. So that's all cleaned out. And then basically, obviously, I'll go through the dishes and stuff like that. And then I start kind of just like a little list based on stuff that I know I'm gonna want, because I'll either go to the grocery store or I'll just use like Amazon or something. And then this was like to remind me. Did I write it down? Look, I remembered. Now it can go in the trash. Okay, before we sit down though, I wanna like set a little bit of a vibe. I got, obviously, this is the Trader Joe's candle. And it's nothing crazy. Oh, I got these little pumpkins. Did I show you guys those? I like having a couple candles because this one doesn't really like light up very much. And then I got this from Amazon, and I actually really like it because I got like an all matte black one. And this combo with this actually smells so good. So, you know, we just want some vibes. We just want some vibes set. I don't know what is going on with the weather, but obviously, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed, I have to make lists. I feel like there's so many things in my brain right now. And you guys know I love a moment of putting the Post-it note in the little booklet. I hate being anxious for no reason. Cue my therapist saying, you know the reason. This is basically just like brain dump, right? I just want to go into my weekend being able to be my best self, which means being present, which means not overthinking every single thing I'm already thinking about. And then also when you write it down on the list, you realize like, okay, wait, this isn't like that bad. Like there's not like that much stuff. And then if I'm really overwhelmed, I make sure that I take the brain dump and then I put it into like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday situation on my phone. And now we just straighten up a little bit and then we can like fully try to relax. Can someone send me a tutorial of like, because I have such long hair, and so like honestly it's kind of annoying doing the little clippy thingy at the height that I usually do. And I really want to figure out how to do like higher ones, and I feel like girls with long hair always look so cute in like the higher ones, and I can't figure out how to do it. So I just took that mask off. It just makes everything feel so clean and tight. It unclogs pores, deeply exfoliates and extracts. Then since my skin is really dry, like I said, I really like this one from Tula. It's Self-Care Sunday, a deeply hydration mask. And this you only leave on for like 10 minutes, so it's really nice. If you ever can't get into reading, give yourself a mask as a timer so that you're like, oh, I'm only gonna do it for like 10 minutes. And then I'm also snacking on my homemade trail mix, which you guys, I can't recommend doing this enough because then it's like, you know you love it and it's all your favorite things and you can like kind of like customize it. Okay, you can kind of see that it's like definitely gone in a little bit, so I'm gonna go wipe it off, but I'm gonna show you guys. It's fireplace season. I'm gonna find a good playlist, then I'll start the book reading. But I had to do the fireplace on the TV first, and then I got inspired by the jazz music of the other one. I don't know, you guys, we're setting the vibes. It's self-care evening. I'm still gonna leave my self-tanner on for a little bit longer. You can see that like it's clearly tan, and this has fallen out of my head like 100 times, so I clearly don't know how to do it the right way. And then I just did a quick Instacart just so that I had water bottles, sparkling water. I just wanted coconut water and almond milk so that I could do overnight oats and smoothies, because those things I use a lot of frozen ingredients for. So I just wanna make sure I have that. And this is actually my current favorite snack, so I can't resist. And figs, I'm like obsessed. It looks like a little lighter on camera, but you can hear the wind. It's already happening. This one by Symbiotica, and then the magnesium one, and honestly this one too, but like if you have like a little bit of a sweet tooth at night, like just like something where you just like literally just need like a tiny bit of something, these next to your bed, oh my god, such a little sweet treat. This one is like chocolate and this one's like vanilla. They're so good. So these I like to take in the evening. Honestly, a nice vibe. I just wish this candle was like a little glowier because you can't really tell that there's like a candle lit, but they smell really good. And then everything's clean so that when I get home from my little staycation this weekend, I have a cleaned out fridge, I have a clean apartment, and now I can just read and chill and watch some TV and eat. I'll just order in dinner tonight because like I said, I don't want to like have groceries since I'm not gonna be home tomorrow night or Saturday night, so that I could just really be present and enjoy it, but know that I'm like coming back to just a totally clean, apartment because there's nothing worse than like coming back to a disaster. So I got brown bag for dinner. I always get like the white fish and then the greens and grains, and then I got extra veggies and a little crab cake. It's literally so good. It feels honestly just like so fresh and healthy. Little glass of red wine, some of my little greens and stuff. Oh no, did I spill it? Oh no. Okay, it got wiped right off. So yeah, it's really, really yummy greens and grains. And I just finished a little bit of my skincare. It's like really, really dark. I got these little like San Pellegrino cans that are really yummy. So I'm just gonna have a little sparkling water, and then I'm probably gonna change the fireplace off. Oh, I love this like gloomy vibe. Probably watch like FBI and stuff because all my favorite fall shows are back. So like FBI Most Wanted, FBI International, Law and Order SVU, I'm a Grandma. And I will talk to you guys in the next vlog and probably cook a lot more because I'm gonna be home next week, which is very exciting. Bye guys, love you.